What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the best aim settings that you can have in Cold War. These will be pretty much the settings you can change or adjust to make sure your aim is as good as possible. So without further ado, let's get right to it. First, I just wanted to mention to make sure you use code Skridley at KontrolFreek.com and get yourself a new pair of Control Freaks. You can get 10% off if you use the link in the description or use code Skridley at checkout, and it would help support the channel. And you can get yourself a really nice pair of Control Freak thumbstick grips. So go ahead and click that link in the description and let's get on with the video. Okay, so let's go right into our settings here. And of course, this specific tutorial is going to be for controller. I use a PS4 controller on PC, which I would say a lot of people do, so hopefully you are one of those people that does use a controller on PC or uses a controller in general, because this is for controller. But anyways, the first thing we're going to come to here is your sensitivity. Now I can do a separate video just on sensitivity and really all these settings, but basically with the sensitivity, I would recommend between 5 and 7 ideally. I play on 7.7, and for me that's plenty fast enough to turn on people and have some very good quick movement. If it's a little bit too fast for you, I would recommend 6.6, and if that's still too fast, I wouldn't recommend ever going lower than 5.5 really, unless you're a really beginner player. But for the best aim possible, I would say between 5 and 7, because if your sensitivity is up too high, say you play on like 14, which, don't get me wrong, there are people that can play on 14, and you know, even myself, if I practice on 14, I can get pretty accurate and good on 14. But when you're trying to play to the best of your ability, especially if you are struggling with your aim or just starting to learn Call of Duty or something, it's so much easier. Like, you barely bump your stick and it throws your aim off. So it's just not recommended. Yeah, it's fast, but it's not that accurate usually. So stay between 5 and 7. I wouldn't go higher than 8, wouldn't go lower than 5. Try out that. You should be able to find a sensitivity you are comfortable with there. So yeah, now we have the ADS stick sensitivity for your low zoom and high zoom. Now if you don't know what this is, I do have a video on the low zoom ADS sensitivity, which you can check that out on the channel if you want. I made a video just about that because this is a really important one. But basically I have mine on 0.8, and what this means is whenever you're aimed in like this, usually the default value is 1, so that means it'll move like faster than it does on 0.8 basically. So the lower you set this from 1, the slower it'll move. Like now, look, it's barely letting me move it when I'm aimed down sights, which this is too slow. You don't want it down that much. I would recommend anywhere from 0.8 up to 1. You can leave it on 1. A lot of pro players leave this on 1. There's nothing wrong with 1, but personally, especially if you are playing even Warzone or something like that, or you're just playing with an assault rifle from longer range, I have found, for me, 0.8 is what I'm used to. And it, you know, it's definitely not slow, but it's not too fast either. It definitely slows it down a good bit. So this just helps you maintain your shot, and if you need to like make a quick adjustment, it's not too much or too fast. So it's a really good setting. Probably one of the most important settings in this video is to make sure your ADS low zoom is adjusted properly to where you like it and you're comfortable with it. A lot of people like 0.9. I think 0.9 is also really good. Again, it kind of just knocks off that little bit of extra speed you do get when it's left on 1. But like I said, I play on 0.8, but I would recommend anything from 0.7 up to 1. Some people put this higher. I don't know why. But yeah, definitely don't go higher than 1 in my opinion. Like I said, 0.7 up to 1 max. Whatever you're more comfortable with, just test out each one and see what you play better with, you know, after a couple games. But I'm gonna leave mine on 0.8. The high zoom, this is pretty much just for your sniper scopes, and your like very zoomed in scopes, like your sniper scopes that are 4x or higher. I just leave this on 1. I think there's no point in changing that. You can play with it if you want, but I've personally always left it on 1. I don't see a big reason to change your sniper scope zoom, because you know, I kind of want it to stay fast. So so as I was saying before I started coughing, I like my sniper scope to you know, be snappy so that I can make quick adjustments if I need to. So I just leave that on the default value of 1. So I would recommend just leaving that on 1 if anything. But again, all this you can try out stuff yourself. These are just my recommendations, which will give you a really good guideline or guide to figure out the best settings for you. Moving on to more settings that kind of directly affect aim. I would say aim response curve type is really important. Now this one, you're going to want to leave it on dynamic probably. This is probably by definition the best one for accuracy and whatnot. Linear is by definition technically like the worst probably. Now it's weird because in Modern Warfare I actually played on linear towards the end of the game. For some reason it felt better to me. I don't know why, it's a weird thing, but you want to be playing dynamic here. If you can't play dynamic or it feels off for you, maybe do standard. But I would try to stay away from linear, but hey, if you play good on linear, then go for it, if that feels the best to you. But I always play dynamic. And then the final setting we're going to cover here is controller vibration. You want to make sure this is off. You really there's no reason to have your controller vibrating when you're trying to shoot. Yeah, it adds to the feel of the game and whatnot if you're playing more for fun, I guess. I don't know, but it really, you just don't need more distractions whenever you are trying to aim, and then you get stuff vibrating and grenades going off, and it's just you just turn it off. Just turn off controller vibration. Trust me, it'll help make your aim more consistent, and it's just less of a distraction. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the best settings for aim, I guess I would say. Oh, actually another really important one I almost forgot, the target aim assist mode. I did have a video on this as well, you can check out on the channel. You want to leave this on legacy. Legacy is by far the best one. Don't mess with precision or focusing or standard. Legacy is the best. And like I said, I have a video on that separate on the channel I did a while back, so you can go ahead and use that. But yeah, obviously you want your aim assist on, enabled, and yeah, that should be pretty much all the settings that you need to have better aim. The one more I will cover, it's like kind of important, is this, which is essentially your dead zone, your input threshold. I would put this the minimum on 1 on both of these, and then the maximum, some people put it on 100, which is fine, it's pretty much the same thing, but I just put mine on 99. I don't know why. I think that's what I saw like pro player Shotzi for the Dallas Empire do. So that's what I did, and it's good. But definitely make sure your minimum threshold is turned down a good bit. Definitely probably try 1. I don't think you ever want to go higher than 5. Definitely not higher than 10. But the lower you can put your minimum threshold without having terrible stick drift, the better. So 1.1 works great for me and a lot of people. So I would just copy this and use 1 and 99 for your minimum and maximum. That's pretty much going to do it for this video. Hopefully these tips helped out your aim. I know they are things that once I learned, they help my aim a lot, especially the low zoom ADS sensitivity setting. That one really helps in Warzone and in multiplayer. But gonna do it for me today. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Also, I have been live streaming at night at midnight Eastern Standard Time, pretty much every night through the week. So if you do want to stop by and check out the stream, I'm live at midnight Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube. So I also have a Discord. There will be a link in the description to that you can join and join the community. We have a Minecraft server we are starting just for the community, so you can just come hang out, play some Minecraft whenever you feel like it. And yeah, just some cool stuff happening in the Discord in the future, so let's go ahead and get in early to that. Like I said, link in the description. And like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, make sure you use code Skridley at controlfreak.com, get 10% off. But hopefully this tutorial helped you out, and I'll see you guys next time.